Hello and welcome to our Be Here Now special event, Spirit of Oneness live streaming vendor interviews. We are here in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, today and tomorrow, bringing you live vendor interviews. And today we are here with
Dottie Badorf.
Dottie Badorf. And what's the name of your business?
I'm a brand partner with LifeWave.
LifeWave. Excellent. Where are you from?
I'm personally from the Duncan, Pennsylvania area.
Duncan.
Yes.
Okay. How many years have you done Spirit of Oneness?
This is my second year at Spirit of Oneness.
Okay. What brought you back?
The people that you get to meet and that you stay connected with throughout the year. So it's a great experience.
Yes, that's what brings us back to. So what are you offering this weekend?
Well, actually, I share the LifeWave technology with the folks and the way that it uses your body's own light. Actually, this is the patch that I share with everyone.
Okay.
And just simply put, the science behind it is that it uses your body's own light to wake up your dormant stem cells. And I could share a quick fun fact, if I might.
Please do.
That if you're not aware, by the time you're 30, 50% of your active stem cells go dormant. By the time you're 60, 90% go dormant. That is just the natural progression of aging. So we call this reverse aging. And the science behind it is absolutely amazing. It changes people's lives. So that's why I share, is to change people's lives.
I love that. I love that. So it reawakens dormant stem cells.
It sure does.
Wow.
Using your body's own light. It's actually nanocrystals inside this patch. There's no medication. It's completely natural. But the signal that it reflects back using your infrared light, that it bounces back into the body at a specific wavelength. Mm-hmm. That wavelength for the master cell activation patch wakes up your GHK-Cu copper peptides. And you can look that up in PubMed and see what that does. But it's just giving your body what it needs again to heal as it did when you were in your younger age, when you were younger. It's amazing. It really is.
That is fascinating. So how did you find?
Actually, I found it because I had a knee replacement and I have a very low pain tolerance level. So as I was going through that process and the other knee needed done as well, I was like, for me, absolutely not. I wasn't going through that again. Okay. Started searching for pain relief. It's been 2.5 years since I started using the LifeWave technology, and I'm fine. I'm
really?
doing just great. Yeah. So
no other knee replacement?
Not at this point in time. And I haven't been back to the OIP for cortisone shots or anything. So now I'm not going to say all discomfort's gone. Most days it is. Once in a blue moon, if I do a lot, like pain an entire room, I could be a little achy the next day. But we have another patch that blocks pain. And that's a whole nother conversation.
I was just going to say that's
a whole nother conversation. This one helps your body to regenerate, whereas the ice wave patches block pain while your body is becoming younger.
Okay. So I've seen some of those advertisements on Facebook. Like the X39.
That's exactly what it is.
Is that's what you're wearing?
Yes.
Okay. The X39.
X39. And do you know why it's called X39?
I have no idea.
Our CEO, the scientist David Schmidt, took 10 years to come up with this and 39 tries to get the signal exactly right. We're a 21-year-old company, so we're not new.
No.
We had other patches prior to that we used. Eon is another patch that deals with peptides that reduce inflammation in the body. But when the X39 was invented and on the market, which is about 6 years ago, we have a 20-year patent on X39. You will not find it anywhere except for LifeWave. And disclaimer, I will say too, everything that I'm sharing, I can't claim to treat, diagnose, any illness or disease.
Right.
However, the testimonies from the people that use the technology are just amazing. So it's not a new company, but yes, we've skyrocketed since the X39 patch came out. And if I didn't say it, I did mention it took 39 tries to get it right.
39
That's
okay.
where the X39 name came from for that one. But yeah, that has really rocketed the company.
That's fantastic. It's funny because I believe I've seen some athletes with those on. I have a friend that wears them.
Yes.
So
You need to have
I
a
see
talk with your friend.
behind the neck, and I was like, oh, I bet that's lightweight.
Absolutely, yes. You will see them on different locations.
Mm-hmm.
The reason is like specific locations will come when you get your packet in the mail of where to put them. Those are suggested based on clinical trials. We do have clinical trials. David Schmidt has many patents. He has, I think, over 130 patents just in the wellness area. He is quite a scientist, and he has patents on other things as well.
Okay.
That's another whole conversation. But he's just an amazing man. He's got technology out the next 7 years to share with us, and he cares about the world. He cares about people, and his goal, he wants world peace. If you ask him what he wants, world peace, and it's about helping others. And so, yes, that's why I do what I do.
I love that so much.
Mhm.
So does everyone in your family wear them now?
My husband does.
Yeah.
My husband had no issues per se. So it's not, some people, it's a misconception that, oh, I'm in pain, so I need this. It's also a preventative measure, because what you're doing is, in my husband's situation, he has a lot of things on his side of the family, health issues,
Okay.
haven't affected him. And I said to him, why would we wait to do something till you have a symptom? That's ridiculous.
That's what I was thinking.
So he started, and it took him about 5 to 6 months until he was like, because he was very skeptical, as we all should be.
Right.
And I overheard him. He didn't tell me. I overheard him talking to somebody else, and he was like, "Oh, these patches are wonderful. I don't ache at the end of the evening after a day of work, sitting in my chair." And I looked over at him. I said, "Why didn't you tell me that?" And he just got this grin on his face, because that's the way he is. So they definitely work. The question is, when will it work and what will it work on? Those are two of the biggest questions.
Mm-hmm.
As far as when it will work, our DNAs are different. You know, you age at different levels than other people as well. So, and you didn't age overnight. The symptoms of aging don't happen overnight. So it's the same thing when we're reverse aging and we're increasing those master cells. Those master cells continue to accumulate. So it's not like the quick fix that sometimes we're used to. You put it on, like you take an aspirin and boom, you know, after so long your headache's gone. It's not like that. Now, I will say there are some people, we call them one-patch wonders, where they literally put it on. Some people can feel a tingling. It depends on a lot of things. How hydrated are you? How in tune are you to your body?
Yeah, that's a big one.
Right. So there's certain things, you know, but some people put it on and they feel immediate change. For some, it's 3 to 6 weeks. You know, better mental clarity, better sleep. There's lots of things that can happen along the way. There was one woman, perfect timing. I'm just going to say it because this is a testimony. I'm not claiming anything.
Right.
But she was in tears because of pain. A friend shared the patches. Now, she used the Ice Way, which we talked about. That's a 2-patch system.
Mm-hmm.
Put them on along with X39 and Eon, reduce inflammation, increase those active master cells. And when she did that, by day 3, her pain was gone. She's been patching for 3 years or 4 years now, and it never came back. So that's just one story. Another story is a gentleman with neuropathy. His story is amazing. And this is another reason when people come in and talk to me, they could say, you know, we'll help with this situation, we'll help with that situation. And my response is, it will, I just don't know when for you. Okay. So since the benefits accumulate over time, the important thing is to stay committed. And we use the analogy of your blood flows, right? Your hair grows, your nails grow. Do you feel that happening? We don't feel that happening, but it happens, right? So this is working with the mitochondria at a cellular level. You're not going to feel it. You will feel the differences afterwards. I use an example when I first started, okay? I was the same way. I was waiting for this miraculous change in my body, right? You're putting this patch on the size of a quarter. You're just sticking it on, you know, go about your day. And I made a comment to my mother. I said, I don't know if these things are doing anything for me. You know, I mean, paying money for them, are they really working? Right. My mom said to me, because who do we normally complain to? Your husband, your spouse, your partner, your mother.
Exactly.
She says to me, she said, what do you mean they're not working? Oh, well, my knee still hurts, because that was my original reason. She goes, well, do you have to sit down in the middle of the day when you're cleaning the house anymore? And I said, no. She said, what about when you're out in the garden and you're bending over and you're pulling things, you know, have you noticed? And the light went on and I was like, you're right. So sometimes other people notice the subtle things before you do yourself. And so, yeah, so that was eye-opening for me.
Mhm.
And I think I mentioned, well, I've come here, this is my second year here. And so 2.5 years is how long it's been that I've been patching. And I have no intentions of stopping whatsoever.
See, that was going to be my next question. Are we patchers for life now?
It's a choice.
It's a choice.
Here's what happens. If you choose to stop patching, sure, you can.
Mm-hmm.
But then the natural aging progression just starts all over again. That's all. So somebody asked me once, well, how long will that take? I don't know. You know, how long did it take you to get to whatever your issues are currently?
Right.
I can't answer that. The only thing that I experienced was I had a client that was patching. She had all over pain was her situation.
Mm-hmm.
She patched for about 4 months, okay, and then chose to stop because her issue was taken care of. It just so happened, after 4 months of not patching, her body started to experience things again that she didn't like. She was feeling good and she started not feeling good. She called me and she said, please, I need more patches. Okay. So that was her experience. It was 4 months on, feeling great, 4 months off. Oh, I want them back again. So, you know, it's not like an immediate fix for all.
Right.
But you could choose. You know, there are people that will patch for life. I have a doctor actually on our team. We have RNs, nurses, chiropractors, cardiologists, you name it. The medical community is looking. There's one lady that she doesn't even take medical patients anymore unless they agree to use the LifeWave patches. Her entire clientele, because of the results that it gives people. And it's natural.
Yes.
You're not putting drugs in your body. That's the key.
No side effects.
No side effects.
No
Side effects. Now, I will say clinical trials have not been done on like organ donors or on children.
Okay.
Okay. However, because if you have been given an organ, you don't want to go into a clinical trial say, oh, let's see how this works with me. You know? So, but as far as children, the clinical studies, we can't claim that makes a difference, but the testimonies for the people that put them on their children, special needs children, I mean, the testimonies are amazing, and it's a parent's choice,
Right.
if they want to do that. But the results are absolutely life-changing and amazing, and we have testimonies out the wazoo. So if anybody's listening and is interested in testimonies, just come to the event here, stop by my LifeWave booth, and ask. All I need is your email, and I will send you the information that you need. I also have a personalized presentation that if you give me your email, I'll just send it to you. Depending on what you click on, you'll get the information that you're looking for. So it is amazing. It's just amazing technology. I can't help but share. Somebody made the comment, it's criminal not to share. So,
Hey, I love that.
yeah.
So if people, like my co-host, Janice is in Vermont.
Okay.
She can't make it. What is a way for her to reach out to you and get some information? Do you sell virtually online?
Everything actually is virtually online, but I'm the contact person for everybody that I deal with. So you can call me directly. I mean, I'll give you my number. Is that okay?
Sure.
717-418-1461. My personal email is imhape@me.com. So you can reach out to me there as well. And I will mention, if you go directly to the LifeWave site, you will see higher prices than you can get if you call me. I share that with everybody because I almost made that mistake and almost paid more money. And thankfully, I backed out before I did that. Somebody talked to me and helped me pay less for my patches. So I'm all about saving money.
Amen. Okay, so it's great to meet you. You're so passionate about LifeWave. Obviously, personal testimonies are the best. Word of mouth is the way to go. And with you finding balance with your LifeWave patch and all of the chaos that's going on in the world, how do you find peace in your life?
Personally, I find peace through prayer. Jesus Christ is my personal Lord and Savior. And I know that there is good in the world. And as long as we share that good in the world, we try to help make other people's lives better. I mean, that's what's most important.
Thank you so much for joining us.
You're welcome.
There's not a lot of people that are willing to do Friday setup day because they say I get sweaty and I'm gross. You are glowing. So I don't know if it's the patch or just who you are, but you are definitely glowing.
Thank you. It's probably part of both.
All right, you want to give them your name one more time?
Sure. My name is Dottie Baddorf. Daddorf as in Frank.
Excellent. Lightweight technology.
That's it.
I love it. Well, thank you so much for joining us, and we'll be back with some more vendor interviews. He does. So she had canceled 1 year, and then the next year back, my niece got married on this weekend. So this is our first year back.
Oh, cool.
And yes, we're no longer Journeys with Judy. Now we're Be Here Now. It's more we're on all your podcasting networks and Roku. Yeah, so the intention is it'll eventually go out to all the podcasting networks as well.
Okay, cool.
And you can do with your interview whatever you would like.
Okay, awesome.
You have freedom to do.
Judy, we good to go? We are live.
All right, we ready?
I'm ready.
All right, perfect. Just let me know when.
Go for it.
Yeah. Okay, we're back. Be Here Now in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, Spirit of Oneness. And I am sitting here with
I'm Angela Lee Otto. I'm an angelic medium.
outstanding. What's the name of your business?
Angela Lee Otto, angelic medium.
I love it. Very original.
They guided me to use my name because, well, I'm the one communicating with the angels, and they want people to know where to come to communicate.
I love it. Okay, so where are you from?
I grew up in this area. I'm from the Grantville area, and then I moved to Colonial Park, and now I live in Jonestown.
Okay.
So I haven't gone very far.
Fantastic. How many years have you done Spirit of Oneness?
This is my first year.
Ooh, welcome. And how did you find out about Spirit of Oneness?
From Ricky's Reiki space.
Yes.
My journey started there.
Did it? Oh, we love Ricky.
She's fantastic.
We have her tomorrow at the end of the day. She loves to do Saturday last interview.
Very cool.
Fantastic. So obviously I'm going to ask a question that doesn't need to be asked, but what are you offering at Spirit of Oneness?
I'm offering 20-minute angelic mediumship read-ins. You have a 30-minute slot. Sometimes the angels like to talk a little bit more, so there's a little cushion room built in there, or if I need a break and have a few minutes. But I'm offering that this whole weekend. It'll be $60 for the 20-minute read-in, and the angels will share what you need to know for your highest and best in this moment.
I love it. What if, like my co-host is in Vermont, she can't get here, what if she would like to have a reading with you? Is there a way for her to do that?
Yes, I love working via Zoom because energy doesn't change. It's infinite and flexible and that type of stuff. So me sitting here with you is just like me sitting here with you. Energetically, you can feel and see the same stuff. I also feel it's a little better via Zoom because there's no distractions. The environment's very controlled. Then I can control the environment and keep it quiet. And then you have my undivided attention. Sometimes when you're working out of somebody's shop or in person and that type of stuff, there's a little bit of stuff going on and other people's energy around. So I feel like Zoom does a better job. But that's just my opinion. Okay. But I love to meet people in person as well.
Okay. So how did you discover you had this gift?
Oh, I think I always knew that I had the ability to work with the angels. I just forgot for a while. And then I was in 2 car accidents and my life changed. So there was like no more hiding from what needed to be taken care of, no more hiding from, in the fast-paced world that we live in and that type of stuff and kind of avoidance. So my life went from type A personality to working on healing and walking and that type of stuff, which led me to Reiki, which led me kind of the gateway to opening up to remembering that I've always been connected to the angels and that they've always been with me, nudging me along the way. They said, sometimes we have to shove you because you don't always hear what we're saying. But they're like, we don't do that unless we absolutely have to. So hence the car accidents. I was not hearing what they were saying, and it was time for me to start this journey and be here where I'm supposed to be on my divine path. That's it.
So 2 car accidents.
Oh, the first one didn't work. I was ready to get going back to my old life. So they sent a second one, and that stopped everything. So
You said you had to learn to walk again?
Walking in a normal way.
Okay.
I wasn't completely enabled, but I was walking with a cane and that type of stuff. So balance issues like that. I had 2 back injuries and that type of stuff and a lot of nerve damage that since started to heal and that type of stuff. And I have very close to normal mobility at this point. So when I decided to allowed to become in alignment with my path forward, the healing started to happen. And that still took a little bit after the accidents for me to wrap my head around it and get past how did this happen to me? Why am I here? This type of stuff, the victim card, and getting past the victim of the whole thing and really opening my eyes to see that this is being done to me, for me, instead of to me, because this is to show me my way forward and to help me learn everything I need to in this lifetime.
Love that. Okay. So would you say your readings? Okay. So what I'm hearing, they want you to explain your readings because all readers are different. So they want to give a little flavor of how you read.
So when you come to sit with me in the Archangels, we set our intention, and what you need in this moment is what comes through from the Archangels.
Mm-hmm.
It's not necessarily loved ones, unless they have something to say that benefits your path forward in this moment. I'm not getting a lot of, I love you, it's going to be okay, without a deeper message to it. If a loved one showed up, it's because they're connected to you in a way that you need to understand, because they're going to walk through this life with you still and help you to find your path forward. The Archangels stuff is about helping others find their divine path forward and their way back to self. And sometimes it's hard to see what's right in front of our face, because we can, you have your hand here, you can see around it, and they're like, it's right here. But you're watching everything else get by, and you're like, this is where you come in to help our assistance and what they show me to help people see what they need to see, so they don't keep going on the same wheel, doing the same thing over and over and over again, and not understanding why they're not moving forward, why they're so stalled, and that type of stuff. What you do with the information the angels say is up to you, because it has to be your choice to want to do something. I can't want it more for you than you want it for yourself, but they will give you everything you need to find that next foot forward in a way that's aligned with you for your highest and best.
Just like they did with you.
Yes, just they did with me. They're a little more gentle. Sometimes they have to give me a shove, because it's so easy when you're not invested in it to see clearly what you need to show.
Oh, that is such an excellent point.
But when you're in it in yourself, like I even go for readings from other people, because sometimes I need that little bit of clarity on my path forward, because again, it's close and sometimes it's hard to see what we need to see for our path forward. But when we can be honest and really openly listen in a neutral kind of observer position, we can start to see our path forward a little more clearly and that type of stuff. And sometimes they plant seeds that we're like, that's kind of, I don't know if that fits quite yet. And they're like, just, you have to say that. They'll understand. And they'll do that to me. And I'm like, I have no idea why you're telling me this. And then 2 months later, I'm like, that all makes sense. I'm like, thank you. And I'm so appreciative. So I never count anything out. It's always relevant in some way. Between the mannerisms that I have or the way I say something, everything in a reading ends up meaning something. And it always seems to resonate with people. So I'm grateful for all that.
So how difficult was it for you to learn to trust the information you were getting?
And okay, this is like 2 parts.
Okay.
It was very hard for me to trust the information I was getting for myself.
Yes.
Because I had so much healing to do in that aspect.
Mm-hmm.
For others, it came so naturally. It was like I have been doing this for as long as my soul has been in existence. So yes, remembering is a big thing. I say that people say about awakening. I say it's more about becoming aware. Once you become aware, you can't ever go back. And then when your awareness keeps expanding, you're like, at first you're like, it's great, I know so much. And then it expands again, and you're like, wow, I really know a lot. And then it expands again, and you're like, oh crap, there is just so much. I don't know anything, but I know more than I've known in forever, but I have no idea like
Yow.
There's this much stuff. So it's amazing once you become aware and you allow to go with the flow of things, how it just keeps going from step to step to step, and how your soul literally does evolve, how you see stuff that used to be done to you and the most horrible things starts to be like, I'm grateful for those accidents, because if not for those accidents, I would have continued on a path that was so out of alignment and so unhealthy for me, that I am grateful that those accidents happened to lead me. So you see things different.
Good, how are you?
Definitely a different perspective. And I love that you said your awareness expands and you're like, yes, I know so much. Yes, I know even more. Holy crap, I don't know anything. That's exactly what happened to me. I was like, I know nothing.
And until you get there, you can't explain it to somebody else. But you'd be surprised how many people come back and go, I get it.
Yeah.
I finally get it, because it's like, yes, you are divinely connected to your soul. I tell everybody it's like our soul is this iceberg inverted. So it comes in like this, and just this little tiny tip is what animates us and it makes us alive. And this rubber band's up right above our head that cuts us off from the infinite knowledge that our soul knows. And it is trusting and coming back into alignment and awareness that you are so much more than just what you see in this lifetime. And as you start to trust that, the rubber band expands just a tiny bit. It's this information starts to come through. And as you trust more comes through. And they show me that I've been doing this for a while, but that this is still just the beginning, because you have your whole life and how this expands and evolves and that type of stuff. And if you think about an iceberg, it's that little piece that you're aware of. The rest is under that big, vast water.
Judy.
There, which just can't appreciate its beauty.
I love that visual so much.
It was like they told me this since I was a child. I vividly remember always thinking of my soul as this infinite iceberg that just expands out. And on the other side, it's like they're looking down and they're cheering and they're going, come on, you can do this. I know you can do this today. You have it in you to do this today. Yes. And then they go, oh, she's so close, come on. And so I feel like it's just like this, my whole soul is doing that, but I've always felt like that. And the old visual that I always felt was this iceberg and just this teeny tiny tip that we have this awareness to, and that this strong feeling that I have to find my way back. So.
Excellent. Well, in this crazy world that we have right now going on, we talk a lot about finding the peace within first, so we can help vibrate peace outward. How do you find peace in your life?
Let's see. There's so many ways. And I said before we started this interview that I'd let the angels speak on this one. And they're showing me that in this world where we're so interconnected and that type of stuff, that we need to step back from all that interconnectedness, because we don't understand why a soul has chosen to incarnate in, say, a war-torn country and that type of stuff. Okay? We don't understand what they chose to do when they came here and why they needed that experience and that type of stuff. But when we sit and we watch and we go, oh, this is so sad, this is horrible, I feel so bad, I'm in a low state of vibration. I've just taken and given all my energy, positive energy, high vibrational energy away by matching the sadness of that situation. Okay. So in those moments, I stop. I appreciate what I have, and I send love to everybody that's involved in that situation, even the people that are creating the situation. Because I see now that people that lash out are lashing out from a place of unhealed, and they need love more than anyone. So when we choose how to interact with the information that we're given, we can affect the collective consciousness and lift up the collective consciousness and lift others up. And I find every time that I do that, I find more peace for myself and understanding. I feel like it's like a little gift they give back, because you have taken the time to consciously choose how to behave in a situation. So conscious awareness.
Yeah, conscious awareness. That says it right there.
Yes.
Fantastic. Fantastic. Thank you so much for joining us today.
You are so welcome. I was so nervous, but it was like talking to my best friend. So this has been fantastic.
You did great. Come on down this week if you're local this weekend and visit Angela.
Yes, please. I would love to sit with whoever feels divinely aligned with the angels and that type of stuff. They always have something to say. I don't have any idea what they're going to say, but I am here to share what they're saying.
Thanks, Angela. That was really interesting.
That's Janice.
Hi, Janice. Nice to meet you via camera.
Exactly. So we're going to take a break here and we'll be up with, we don't know who's next.
We don't know who's next.
We're not sure who's next yet, but we'll be back with somebody. Thank you again for joining us. Have a great weekend.
Oh, I hope so.
Yes.
I'm a little nervous, but excited nervous. So
It'll be
looking
great.
forward to it.
It'll be great. Yes. Thank you. Live. Hello and welcome back to Be Here Now in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania at Spirit of Oneness Holistic Expo. I think I forget to say that quite a bit.
It's a mouthful.
It is a mouthful. Those of you that have been watching the show before may have seen Mr. John Tucker. He did a full show with us on a Thursday, and he has agreed. We snagged him as he was walking by to sit down with us because he is here offering services at Spirit of Oneness as well. So I already said your name,
Yes.
but
Thank you.
what is the name of your business?
Ask John Tarot.
Ask John Tarot. Okay. And how many years have you been doing Spirit of Oneness?
Since we actually started, we found it in 2014. I looked that up, and then 2015 and 16 2015 we were coming. We helped as volunteers 16 and 17. So what's that? 9 and 8 years.
Yeah.
We were volunteers for those first 2 years. Then I started reading. I think it was 2017.
Okay. Excellent. So obviously that's what you're offering here. You're doing tarot readings.
Yes.
Okay. And how long have you been doing tarot readings?
Since 2017.
So you weren't doing them before then?
Correct. Well, for myself, I was playing and not knowing what I was doing, and it wasn't until I took courses after finding Angie about the Spirit of Oneness and realizing what Alta View Wellness Center was all about in Harrisburg. So I actually won a door prize, which was a session with Angie at the time, and that opened up a whole lot of things for me.
Kick the door wide open.
It did. And I mean, things I had already wanted to do and thought about doing and just didn't know where. And all of the universe, I mean, divine timing, like, introduced me to him, and she taught me how to make several classes. I mean, she had so many times. We had like 5 and 6 weeks like that. I can't remember the number of students that we went through week after week, one night a week for many weeks. And we graduated, and then I took an advanced course after that because I was still into it. And she had tarot share once a month, and we would just go and meet, and everybody would read for each other. That's how I really got into it.
That's great.
Yeah, it was fun. It still is. That's why.
That's why you're still doing it.
That's the only reason.
It's the only reason we should do anything anymore.
Yes. And it helps people, I feel, and that's really that's the reward for me is the idea that hey, giving back, being of service.
Yes. Helping others
Yes.
to heal as it has helped you.
Yes.
I feel like that's why all the vendors are here, and I love it. So, what's the deal you're running this weekend? Is it 20-minute reading? How do you do your tarot
Exactly.
reads?
Yeah, I have a sign-in sheet at my table. It 20-minute reading for $50. I almost never keep it at 20 minutes, so I always build that. Like I only let people sign up on the half hour because the other 10 minutes is always the wiggle room and squishy time. So
It's funny. That's what Angela said too. It's like, the spirit has something to say. It's gonna say it. So
we have to be flexible.
we do.
So that's what I'm doing, and that's taking all the way up until half an hour before the end time, and that's at 6 o'clock tomorrow, and then 5 o'clock on Sunday.
Outstanding. So if you are local and you're going to come visit, you want a reading with John, get in here fast and sign up because your sign up sheet is always full.
I've got tomorrow morning's pretty booked already, and I think it is. But the afternoon tomorrow looks good right now. So
Okay.
anybody getting in here tomorrow morning should be finding some available times.
Awesome. I think we still have Janice with us.
Yes. Hi,
Yep.
John.
Hi, Jess. I hear you. Nice to meet you.
Hey, you too.
And I've been saying she lives in Vermont, so she wanted a reading with John. Is that possible?
Yes. We can arrange that.
How could anybody out there that is not local contact you to get a reading?
Via text or phone call. My phone number is 717-608-4690. Or you could find me through Facebook at Ask John Tarot and send me a direct message, and we can arrange a time to either do a phone reading or I've done a couple now on WhatsApp. I think is that what it's called? Yeah, WhatsApp. That one seems to be working really well.
Okay.
So the Zoom, I was on Zoom, but Zoom has had, that platform has had some issues with my computer. But I think I probably need an update or something. But anyway,
Gotcha.
but WhatsApp seems to be really good on my phone, so that's working for me right now. I've also done via text for people who actually we couldn't find a time. There's just do me a reading, send me what you have, and then I do that. I take pictures and we go back and forth. They come back with questions. I'm explaining what the cards are saying, and then they're coming back with more questions and how it's all relevant, how it fits together. So we've done that. I've done that on lots of occasions, actually.
Really?
Yeah, I've had some clients from overseas.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, that's fascinating. That's the way we work that through.
That's very cool.
Yeah.
It's funny. I wouldn't even think of that as an option. That's fantastic.
I don't even know how they found me. I don't. And I never, for a friend of a friend of a friend, or word of mouth, and somebody knew somebody. So
Word of mouth is the best.
yeah.
It's the best advertising. No doubt. No doubt at all. So, the world is crazy.
Yes.
And it's funny because I feel like I have said that every year we've done this. The world's crazy now. But yes, I feel like it's even crazier than it was back then. So the question I'm asking our vendors today before they leave is, how do you find peace in your life when there's so much crazy going around you?
You really have to pick and choose. And I've thought about that even before where we are today.
Mm-hmm.
Just the amount of information that, I'm a boomer, right? Okay, so I've been alive. I remember the party line telephone connected to the wall. You don't answer it at your grandmother's house when it rings a certain way. John, that's the neighbors. Put the phone down. So, but they're talking. They want me to listen.
Exactly. I'm nosy.
People who are watching this right now are like, what the heck are they talking about? What is that?
My daughter was like, that's the 1900s.
Exactly. But yeah, being alive that long, right? We've seen a lot of changes, and just the influx. I remember starting with computers and the internet, and I'm thinking, and I'm watching everybody, and I'm thinking, there's just too much information. How are we gonna? I'm not a computer. I can't figure out what's relevant, what's not. I've got to weed through this and figure out what is resonating for me. Because some of this stuff I can do without.
No, amen. Yes.
But we don't. Sometimes it's like, oh no, I need a distraction, so I'm going to go look. But it's not healthy.
No.
A lot of times.
No, our nervous system wasn't built for this constant. Blah, 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 flash, 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 look over here, emergency here, breaking news. Everything's breaking news these days.
Yes.
Have you noticed that? Everything is breaking news.
Very true. But darn it catches my eye.
I know, right? I'm like, breaking news. What if it's important?
Yeah. And then I watch it and I'm like, okay, I didn't need to know what the prince had for lunch today.
No. Like that could have been an email.
Yeah. Okay, there's that too. Yes. So yeah, it's something. Everybody got the reference there.
Exactly. Thank you, Janice.
Confirmation.
Exactly. Janice, do you have any questions for John?
Well, what's great is Silverio put his phone number on the bottom of the screen, so I got to write it down. So I'm all set to get hold of you now. No, just your stories. I'm there with you because I did the same thing with the party line, and I did this. All your stories, I can relate to.
I remember when my father brought home the first microwave, right? It was huge. The old Amana with the big drop door looked like a big oven, right? And it was supposed to sit on the counter. And my mother's like, get that thing out of my house. I'm not going to use that. What are you, nuts? It had the dial on it, and it was a timer, and it was completely, it was just huge. And it was just scary. Right? Yeah. This technology, but that's the whole thing. Look at everything we're doing now. We're doing on our phones. Mm-hmm. How is that possible?
Yeah, we were talking with Angela, the vendor before you, and just sharing about how Journeys with Judy has evolved into Be Here Now, and this is all virtual. So we've been able to expand our interview base and all that kind of stuff, and how exciting it is. But you know, if you'd have told me 15 years ago that we'd be sitting here with Janice in Vermont and our producers in the Philippines, it's like, are you kidding me? How can we possibly do that?
Right? Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah, it is. It's a larger platform for us to share our love. All right. So if you're coming to Harris, if you're coming to Spirit of Oneness and you want to see John, make sure you get here early and sign up. And if you are not local and would still like to schedule with John, you now have his digits.
And I'm also once a month, usually on a Saturday, and that's pre-planned, and that's advertised through Altitude Wellness as well. That you can schedule in person with me at Altitude Wellness. Usually some Saturday between 10 a.m. and 4 p.m.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
We
It's a
always love
pleasure.
chatting with you.
Yes, you too. We always have lots to talk.
Bye, John.
We do. All right. And
Yeah.
we'll be back.
We'll take a break. Deb Schaefer's going to be here in a minute.
Okay, awesome. Deb Schaefer's coming up. We're good? Hello and welcome back to Be Here Now, our special edition in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania at Spirit of Oneness. We are here with,
Deb Schaefer of Enchanted Botanicals.
yes, and if you are a fan of the show, you will recognize Deb because she has been on our show before. We are so excited to have her back. I had to hunt her down. She was avoiding me.
Not because I wanted to. That's another story.
We'll save that for another day. I'm looking at all your new products going out, and we gotta have you back on the show again.
It's
amazing.
It's amazing.
It is.
Yeah.
Okay, but we'll get to that.
Okay.
Okay. How many years have you been doing Spirit of Oneness?
I was trying to count. It's a lot. I would say maybe 10.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Jen will be fact checking that.
Okay.
So, what keeps you coming back?
Honestly, it's the people. It's the people who organize it. Sharon and getting to chat with you and Jen and the people who come to see me. And they send me emails or messages, usually not on Facebook. I'll get better, I promise. Are you going to be there this year? And can you save this for me? And I really want this. And I honestly got to thinking on my way up how excited I was to see my Harrisburg peeps, because I live in Virginia, so it's not like I'm local. It's not too far away, but
It's a ride.
it's a ride. It's a couple hours, but it's one of the expos that no matter how many I stop doing, I won't stop doing this one. Thank God. Because the love is there.
It's funny because Jen and I both were like, hey, we need to order some stuff from Deb. And then we're like, wait, she's going to be at Spirit of Oneness.
I almost bought a candle and I was like, oh no, we're gonna see that.
No, I would have refunded your shipping because I'm such a brilliant business person. Not.
Okay. Yes, she is. So,
I know, seriously.
what are you offering this weekend?
I have the usuals. Of course, the line that started it all is my intention line, which is all.
Well, hold on.
Yes,
I'm hearing,
yes.
hold on. For people that don't know you,
Oh.
what do you do?
Okay.
It's
I
hard for me
am-
to imagine people that don't know you.
Same, right? You all know me.
Exactly, it's Deb.
So I am what I like to call a spiritual herbalist, which means that I work with the spiritual, energetic, and magical properties of the herbs. And I kind of came up with this new term this week, actually, so you'll be the first to hear it. Herbal vision boards. And because each one of our little plant allies has something special that it wants to say. It's just got these little magical superpowers that we often don't think about or we don't know about. And so it's my mission to give them a voice. So I create all kinds of things using either the herbs and flowers themselves, like my intention line, or my scented line, which kind of came about because people expect candles to have like a really amazing smell, and mine do. And now I've got a third line, which I call Green Witch Apothecary, and it kind of blends the best of both. So beautiful scents, beautiful packaging. Not that my other things aren't
I
beautifully
was going to
packaged.
say everything you package is beautiful.
Like it's got its own little panache, and as well as very intention based with why am I using this scent? What do I want people to try to evoke in their environment? And I try to make it easy peasy, light this particular candle with the intention that it's going to, clear your space, get rid of the in-law energy, and reset it, So the holidays are coming. We all need that stuff. So, although I love my mother-in-law dearly, dearly.
Good
And
disclaimer.
no, she's not on Facebook.
I was
or
going to say, good job.
Instagram.
Good
No, but
job
honest-
looping that one around.
Honest to goodness, I love that woman. So, and even better, she loves me. So,
Love fest.
okay, back to the list.
Okay, so that's all these beautiful things. Do you have all of that stuff here?
I do. My shelves are wiped clean. I've got boxes that I have to unpack, and it will all be beautifully displayed. But yes, it's all here. The candles, the incense, the bath soaks, whatever.
Yes.
Whatever people
You have-
need.
Our top buys are candles, clearing soap, and can you talk about the pink salt?
Oh, the black salt. The black salt.
Sorry,
the
the black clearing salt.
Yes, perhaps the most magical of all. It's a concoction that I came up with, and most people will know that black salt throughout any culture, or salt period, is used for cleansing, for pulling out things. I mean, think about brining a turkey. What you're doing is pulling out moisture or pickles or whatever you're doing with salt. It's got a purpose, and one of its main purposes is to clear negative energy, stale energy, stuck stuff. So I am adamant, people, if you're doing any kind of clearing work, what that does is leaves your space basically naked, which means that some little weirdo energy is going to fill it unless we're intentional about filling it back up with whatever, a new partner, a new job, or 27 cents, or whatever it is. We need to specify. I want only the good stuff to fill this space back in. So what the black salt does, I make it myself using my herbs from the garden and some other magical stuff, perhaps. And then I layer it with pink salt, and that's the layer. So the black salt's going to do the clearing, the pink salt's going to fill that back in for you, and then the last layer is rose petals, because rose is the highest vibrational botanical, so that's going to hold everything sacred. I cork it and seal it. Do not open it, because what you'll see happening is as it attracts the negative or stuck energy in your space, the black salt will start creeping up, and you'll know when it's ready to go. So it's a big seller.
I have to tell you that you used one of mine as
I
a
do.
promotional, because
I do.
we have a half wall on the steps. My brother lives in an apartment downstairs, and we had one of your clearing salts sitting on that wall during COVID. And he would come up and he would, release all of his negative thoughts, and I didn't think twice about it. And then all of a sudden I walked past it months later, and it was black. That black salt had rise to the top, and
It was disgusting.
It was. I was like, oh my gosh, we got to take this and show Deb.
And I have a photo, and I show
She
it
gave
to
it back
everyone.
She took a photo and then she came back and was like, take
It's
that
yours
home and bury it.
You should bury that sucker. Bury that sucker.
Yep, bury that. Do not open it. So it really does work.
It does.
We have, since then, we've had one on the half wall. And
Much better.
much better.
Good.
Yep, he's
Good.
doing much better.
Good.
The energy is much better.
See,
Yeah.
that's the way magic works.
Yes.
It's not hocus pocus. Magic is the art of change. So I create tools that help you make that change. Because the tool itself won't do it for you.
No, it does
But
not.
it's a point of focus. So, consider me your point each.
Yes.
Yes.
So much. I can't wait to get you unpacked and go buy some stuff.
Exactly. How much time are you gonna need?
Exactly.
That's
So if anybody is not local and cannot come to the show,
yes.
how can they get your products?
Easy peasy. I ship every day except Sundays. And my website is enchantedbotanicals.com. and so they can shop there. You can find me mostly on Instagram at Enchanted Botanicals.
Now I know that.
Yeah. And also on Facebook sometimes.
Sometimes.
Once in a while.
Yeah. But yeah, they could come to my home studio if they're close enough. But yeah, mostly online.
And close enough is here. Because it's worth the drive.
Exactly.
It is.
Definitely
You
worth
all
the
have
drive.
been there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I think that was the longest interview. It was like an hour and a half.
I know.
And we had no idea. It
I know,
just flew.
it just flew. I think we gave ourselves a half an hour or something.
Something
And
crazy.
then we toured the gardens. And yeah, it was fun. I didn't want you all to leave.
It was beautiful. We still think about
Yeah,
your
we will,
studio quite a
we
bit.
will come back
Come
anytime.
again. Yes, you're welcome anytime.
Side note, I'm totally digging the pictures. Now, you said your sister is taking pictures.
My sister does. My husband sometimes does.
Uh-huh.
But my sister lives in Minnesota, so that only happens. But I do have a friend of mine who is a professional photographer, so I bit that bullet. And it's kind of now a combination of the brand photos, which of course people, want to see me.
Right.
And I am not a good selfie taker. And yeah, so I've got different sources, but then my product photos I do take.
Uh-huh.
And I love setting them up and, showing them in just the right way that people will think, oh, that's a really pretty product.
Oh, yeah.
And I think that when you see a product that's innately pretty, you want it. It's that craveability thing, like a good hot dog. It's craveable,
Yes.
people.
That is very
And,
true.
Yeah, or a soft pretzel with mustard. It's craveable.
Yes.
So I that's what I try to do. I try to make these products that are craveable because people know that they will help them. But then their first introduction might be a photograph.
Yes.
So I hope that the magic comes through
Oh, it does.
in the photos.
It does. It's beautiful. And of course, we buy from you at the shows, but we also buy from you online.
You do. Birthdays and
And the packaging that is delivered is just as beautiful as the product itself.
Yes. And that's important.
Yeah.
I want it to be special from the time you see it to placing the order and you just anticipate that goodness is coming.
Yes.
Happy mail.
Yes.
Mommy.
It's definitely Happy Meal when you get something from Deb.
And then little notes,
Yes.
sometimes little
Yes.
extra things just because I love you. And
It was funny because Maddie, my daughter, reached out to me. Jen's birthday was coming up, and she was like, "What does Jen want for her birthday?"
bag.
I sent the link. Exactly. I was like, "Anything in this shop will do," and just let Deb know that you're my daughter.
Yeah.
She'll put a nice little note into Jen, wishing her a happy birthday.
and it all worked out beautifully. Jen got her bag.
I got my bag.
Oh, okay. So our
Yes.
final question for today
Yes.
is: with all of the distractions and crazy of the world,
Mhm.
how do you find peace in your life?
My very first career was as a writer. And from there I went into interior design. Weird thing. But and then eventually Enchanted Botanicals. So I love to write. And I think for anybody else, find something that you love to do. And do that. Because what we love to do becomes our mission. Our passion becomes our mission. And it's okay if that changes, as our circumstances change. But find something that you love to do, whether it's quilting, photography, or interviewing people. And the rest comes, the happiness comes, the peace comes from that. So don't worry about it. We all take care of each other.
Yes, that's the goal.
That's the goal.
We go back to, instead of being so disconnected, about
Connect.
reconnecting. Yep.
Correct. And I think that's the beautiful thing about events like this,
Yes.
because the focus is connection.
We're so excited
And
to
we
get back
start
here.
here
Yep.
with you all. Yes, you and Jen. Love it.
Well, thank you so much for sitting
Thank
with
you
us.
both.
We
As
always have a blast
always.
with you.
I know, same. I'm glad that you tracked me down in person.
I hunted her down.
Yes, berated me and then hugged me.
Exactly.
You can untie her now.
Yes, anger first, hug second.
You know it. Okay, you have
Okay.
a fantastic weekend.
Thank you.
We
I
will,
love you
we
all.
will be around.
Yeah.
I will be
I was just
here.
gonna come by and drop off my credit card.
Okay.
Just fill it
Fill
up.
till it's
Fill the
done.
bag. Fill the bag.
Fill the bag until this runs out.
All right, we'll be back in a little bit with Angie Yates. Thank
Hi,
you so much.
Deb.
The Spirit of Oneness Holistic Expo is more than just an expo. It's an experience. We have 2 floors of vendors that are sharing not only beautiful items to purchase, but holistic practices. They're sharing Reiki and massage and healing touch and angel therapy. They're reading tarot cards and angel cards and doing other kinds of readings for you. There's lots of stuff happening all weekend. Spirit of Oneness is more than an expo. It's an experience.
Hello and welcome back to Be Here Now, special live streaming event from Harrisburg, Pennsylvania at Spirit of Oneness. We are here with
Angie Yates.
Yay! And again,
Yay!
Angie's been on the Thursday show.
And had so much fun. Oh, we had a blast. Yeah.
Thank you so much for sitting here with us.
Oh, I'm so happy to be here. I've been setting up for days.
You have, and we were talking earlier about how a lot of vendors struggle doing interviews today because of setting up and you know, getting sweaty. I'm like, here I am, sweating all. I will smell better tomorrow, I promise.
I know. Well, yesterday was a lot more physical. Today, I had everything pretty much set up, so now I just help people and direct them and do all that stuff. So it's fun.
Great. So, are you from the area?
I'm from outside of Allentown, Pennsylvania. So yeah.
Okay. What's the name of your business?
The Moon and Stone Healing.
And what do you offer? Oh, no. I'm jumping ahead. How long have you been doing Spirit of Oneness?
Since 2014. So it was really fun the first year because I was pregnant.
Oh.
And I remember I got a DNA activation. So I have this kid infused with all this great energy. He's going to be 11 next month.
No way.
Yeah, so
And he's
11 years.
He's amazing, of course.
He is.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So what keeps you coming back?
I mean, I just love the vibe here. Everybody is just so loving, and I just love how it really is a feeling of oneness. You know, we're all working together for the same end. I'm just hoping to match people up with the medicine that's most helpful for them. So if it's not me, hopefully it's somebody else they find. And I do direct people all over, and I meet everybody that comes in pretty much. Or if I don't know them, I go up and introduce myself because that is my nature. And I just like to get to know what people are doing. So
Yes, I love that energy of this isn't competition.
right,
This
right,
is, oh, you're looking for that, you can find her over there.
exactly. Yeah.
I love it. If this isn't a fit, there's something here that is. So go
Yeah.
explore.
Absolutely. Yeah. So I'm in the AltaView booth because my business is based out of the AltaView Wellness Center, you know, so I'm there, and I love working with those guys. So
What are you offering this weekend?
well, so I'm hawking my wares. So I sell a combo of because I'm a crystal healer and a shamanic practitioner. I started by offering a boutique at AltaView where I just had crystals. So when my clients would come in and I do a crystal healing on them, like what would help you is like a rose quartz. So I would just grab a rose quartz. And then people would come in and be like, how much are the rose quartzes? So I basically priced them enough to keep that. Yeah. So it's just expanded over the years. So that's pretty much, so I sell crystals, and then I do my own handcrafted medicine, spell bottles. I make little portable altars out of old Altoid tins. So I make out of an intention, put all this stuff in for making a little altar to carry with you. So you can put it in your pocketbook or in your pocket. Yeah. So I do a lot of reused stuff. My books, I sell my books, I sell spells and handcrafted knives and things like that I make.
Handcrafted knives. No, not that.
Like obsidian
Yeah.
blades for doing cord cuttings and shamanic work. So
He's been telling you that all day.
Yes.
and then tarot cards. I
Don't
sell.
forget that.
Yeah, and my tarot books and stuff like that. So
So are you doing any readings this
no,
week?
I'm not.
Yeah,
I'm
just
hawking
hawking
your
your
wares.
wares. All right.
I am doing a guided shamanic journey on Sunday afternoon on how to meet your animal guide. So I do that one almost every time, and I just love it because every time they come, they can get a new animal and they get new ways, and I help them interpret their journeys.
See, that's interesting. So every time you come, you can get a different animal?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Sometimes you work with shamanically, what we say. So you work with animals for your lifetime, and then sometimes you work with them for a reason. Like there's something you're going through, and an animal will show up. Like when I was working with boundaries, mountain lion came up over and over and over again.
Okay.
And that's not my usual guide, but
Okay. You needed it for
I'm not a little more
boundaries.
fierce as that. I'm a little more, a little less fierce.
Okay. So you're hawking your wares, no services this week.
Yeah.
Okay. This weekend. I have to say, back when we interviewed you for Journeys with Judy.
Yeah.
Way back in the day.
Yeah.
We hadn't even gotten halfway home yet. And I looked at her and I was like, I have to schedule a session with Angie. I have to schedule a session with Angie. I don't know why. I just keep hearing do it. And I did. And it was flipping amazing.
I do love doing them. I used to always offer here, but there's two guys doing readings, and
Right.
I like to give them opportunities to do it and talk to people and let them get to know me, because really I do feel like as a healer, people they need to connect with your energy.
Absolutely.
And so getting to know me, being comfortable with me, they're going to have a better healing session, so I can explain what I do and all of that, help them connect with their medicine. I like to empower people to pick their own thing and go to their own, So watching them which one do I pick? Which one do you like?
Exactly. What's
What are
drawing you in?
What are you drawn to? Let me help you. What are you going through? And then just get in there with them and find their medicine. That's always so fun.
John made the comment, there's a lot of new vendors here.
There are,
this
yeah.
year.
I was
So that's
surprised.
exciting.
Yeah.
I just thinking about you and directing people to all different ways.
I literally was just telling them, like, oh, did you guys go downstairs? There's a woman making shamanic rattles. She has earrings made out of like snake vertebra and like stuff that she's like made. It's very shamanic down there. It's
Very
very,
shamanic.
and there's two vendors right next to each other on this side, and they're both offering medicine like that. So it is really cool. Yeah.
That is very, yeah.
And what also is cool is the people that have been here for a while.
Mhm.
Like I was talking to Pat Banzov. I don't know how to pronounce her last name, but she's a shamanic reader. She's an intuitive reader, and she studied herbalism. So now she's making herbal things.
Oh, wow.
And she didn't bring it this time, but she's thinking next year she's going to be able to bring stuff. So I was talking like that's so cool. Like we are always growing and learning and evolving, and you know.
And it is fun to see the people coming back every year offering, expanding what they're offering or shifting lanes completely.
Shifting lanes.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's cool.
With so much going on in the world, how do you find peace in your life?
I mean, really, it's connecting with nature and being outdoors and trying to log off, you know. And that's hard for me because my business is mostly online, so I connect online.
That's what I was going to do. Yes.
Yeah.
Hold that thought.
Yeah.
If you can't get here this weekend to visit Ange and hawk her wares, I love that. Do you have an online store?
I do. It's called themoonandstone.com, and then you can just do themoonandstone.com/shop, and you'll find it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Excellent. Okay. Sorry about that.
Yeah, no, that's
Jump
okay.
right over it.
Yeah.
It's a piece.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, it's hard for me to just log off sometimes because it's like my business is always But I have learned to take weekends. I've learned to take days off. That was a big deal for me when I first learned how to do that because my spirituality and my work are intertwined. So it feels like I'm doing spiritual work, and I am, but I do have to log off. And just being able to watch the way nature changes. I like finding a sit spot and just watching. It's the same place every day, and I get to see what changes from the day to day. Yeah.
That's a great idea, actually.
Yeah.
Janice, I'm thinking about you and your porch. Is Janice still with
Oh,
us? Yep.
oh yeah.
Sitting on that porch every day, watching the trees change color.
And which birds come in, which animals come in every day.
Oh yeah.
Find your medicine that way.
You're the second vendor that's used the term medicine.
Yeah.
To help people find their medicine.
Yeah.
Love it. Yes. There are healthy alternatives, and there are complements to, we're not saying doctors, but here you can find things that work for you that will complement it.
Yeah. And I think of medicine like more on the native term, which is like, if you don't rise, if you don't change, if you don't shift from it, it's not your medicine. Right? So it's like everybody can see squirrels all the time. But if you're watching the squirrel, what it's doing, how it's taking the nut and storing it, and then paying really close attention and digging it up and letting it go, and, all of that, and then you're applying it to your life, that's when you rise from the medicine. But just seeing a squirrel is not medicine.
Right.
But
I see squirrels every day.
Yeah. What is it teaching us? How are we learning from it, and how are we applying it? So.
Yeah, I'm coming to grips more and more every day that the animals have so much to teach us.
So much.
I used to declare myself not, an animal person and all that, but they have so much to teach us.
Yeah.
So much. Okay.
I know. All day I've been trying to figure out what the lesson is in the fact that my dogs opened the door and got out today. And my Ring doorbell keeps showing me that I'm sitting on the porch looking at it. And I'm like, guys, get in the house. And then they turn around and go in the house. And then like 5 minutes later, they're back outside sitting on the porch.
They want to hear your voice.
Stickers. Oh my goodness. What is that medicine? The medicine of defiance.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Patience?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. All right. Well, if you're local, come see Angie Yingst and what she has to sell. And thanks again for joining us. We'll definitely
I love when you do
swing
this.
by.
Yeah. Oh, good. All right. Bye,
All right.
guys.
We're going to take a break and we'll be back.
Bye, Angie.
Bye.
Now, the Spirit of Oneness Expo, it's the only holistic expo in the Harrisburg area.
And this event that's happening this weekend is going to be really cool. I discovered it last year. And this is called the Spirit of Oneness Holistic Expo. I had such a cool experience there last year because they have unique art there. They have massage therapists. I'm a big believer in reflexology. They'll have live American Indian music. They've got readers there, healers there, all different kind of what they call modalities. So
at the Spirit of Oneness Expo. Shop the artisan offerings of handmade jewelry and soaps, essential oils, candles, crystals, and more. Plus, there'll be free workshops, music to entertain you, and lots of delicious, healthy food.
Admission is $7 a day, or you get a 2-day pass for $12. Saturday, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Sunday, 10 to 5. Because there's so much happening, I would go both days.
The Spirit of Oneness Holistic Expo is more than just an expo. It's an experience. We have 2 floors of vendors that are sharing not only beautiful items to purchase, but holistic practices. They're sharing Reiki and massage and healing touch and angel therapy. They're reading tarot cards and angel cards and doing other kinds of readings for you. There are so many vendors varied year to year and sometimes day to day in the expo. The other thing that's cool about the timing of this event is it's always the first weekend in October. And at this point, people are really not thinking about holiday shopping, but it's a great time to start if you do that because the vendors that are there, a lot of them are artisan crafters. They are making things, maybe 2 or 3, and that's it. So if you see something for someone or for yourself, it's a great time to get it for holiday gift giving. There are so many vendors sharing healing gifts during the expo. It makes the energy amazing.
Yeah, the energy here is wonderful. The energy of the volunteers, the energy of the show, the energy of the spectators that come. And just as Jill said yesterday, we had a whole bunch of people come through and opening up at different levels in their journey.
When you walk through the door at the Scottish Rite Cathedral, you're greeted by a huge pair of angel wings. So many people take the opportunity to stand with those wings and take a picture. And it's our hope that when they take that picture, they post it on social media and they remember the feeling they're having in taking that picture, that feeling of levity and flight, the feeling of being unburdened.
Free of cancer. Everybody's love here. Everybody's very kind and generous and nice. And I do these flags on the mountaintop, in the forest, by rivers, and just they're my thing. So I never thought, I just made a whole bunch to bring here to do this because I wanted to be involved in this. So what a wonderful facility and program.
We have workshops all weekend, both Saturday and Sunday. The workshops are free and they include a lot of good information. They explain healing modalities and to explain modern nutraceuticals, how to work with your own breath, how to work with your heartbeat, ways to release stress and anxiety. We offer free yoga classes during the weekend, different styles of yoga, from modern yoga to ancient yoga, all in an attempt to help you relax, renew, and refresh yourself. Our intention is to introduce you to so many local holistic practitioners. It gives you the opportunity to try a service at a lesser rate and see if it's something that may work for you in your wellness plan.
I mean, the energy just permeates throughout the entire building. So everybody, you just walk around, everybody's smiling. I don't think there's one person that I have seen that's had, you can tell on their faces the experience that they're having, and it's all been positive. So I highly, highly recommend you haven't come to the expo, you have to experience it in order to understand what we're talking about.
of the fun parts of the expo are all of the musicians that come. There's music that varies from live kirtan to acoustic to Native American flute to trios, coffee house music, modern music. We offer this music all weekend and it's free of charge. We also have lots of activities like coloring and a graffiti wall, ways to express yourself. Leave your mark on the expo. Be a part of the expo.
This is my 4th or 5th year coming to Spirit of Oneness. In the past, I've volunteered to help Sharon out because I think it's a wonderful event. The people that come are very nice people. There's a lot of interesting things. It just seems like everyone's together and feels very much like one. And it's just great to be part of that experience and feel the energy.
Every year we have new food vendors, yummy food available all weekend, ranging from vegan or vegetarian all the way up to yummy meat dishes. There are lots of options available.
I'm from Birmingham, Alabama. I drove up for Spirit of Oneness here in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. It has truly been a blessing for me. This experience has just been so inspirational. The people I have met, the friends I have made, the sessions I've attended, the information I've learned, it's been something that has been food for my soul.
There's lots of stuff happening all weekend. Spirit of Oneness is more than an expo. It's an experience.
And we're back. Be Here Now, special edition in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, Spirit of Oneness. Live stream and vendor interviews. And I am sitting here with my friend,
John Ford.
John Ford. John, what are you offering this week?
I'm offering readings, tarot readings and everything else. What's different about me is I'm an empath, so I get a lot of feelings and a lot of things, and the cards just justify what I'm getting. Sometimes I can go more at the root of the problem and draw things more out that maybe you don't want to come out or something, but maybe that's what you need to hear. Maybe that's why to justify everything.
All right. And do you have a business?
I do this part-time.
There we go. Okay.
I do work for Ultraview. So if you want to find me, you can just call Ultraview and set up an appointment or something, and I can do readings there.
Excellent. And you prefer in-person readings?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. I'm more of an in-person because I need the energy flowing back and forth. I'm not the type of person that just can do it over the internet.
Gotcha. Perfect. And how many years have you been doing readings at Spirit of Oneness?
I've been doing readings for Spirit of Oneness for, I would say, the last maybe 10 years.
Okay.
So I've been doing it for a while now.
Yeah. What keeps you coming back to Spirit of Oneness?
It's just the atmosphere, the energy that you feel, and everything else. Sharon Muzio made such a great safe space for everybody. I remember the first time we walked in, my husband and I, we walked in the door because we needed that spiritual thing. And we needed, and it was like calling us. And then we saw the signs and we're like, oh, let's check it out. And the minute we walked in, it was like, okay, this is where we meant to be. And then we just went from one,
You never left.
we never left. I always joke, it's like, okay, I started as a patron coming in as a regular person. Now I'm running the thing.
Yep.
So it's kind of like, they're full circle here,
John's doing readings and everything else.
So it's like, okay.
And for people that have been watching the interviews, who is your husband?
John Tucker.
John Tucker. And it was funny, we're talking about how all readers are different. And you were saying, yeah, if people want the nice, fluffy, kind reading, accurate and kind, go to your husband.
Right. Because I'm more, hate to say this too much, but I go for the juggler. I'm like the type of person that wants to get to the root of the problem.
No nonsense.
I don't pussyfoot the problem,
No candy coating here.
Right. The Spirit is telling me, that, okay, this is the issue that you need to, let's talk about that. Let's go to it. Because most people, when they want a reading, they want to am I going to find love? Am I going to do this? Like the same common denominator of a lot of people, which is great. And sometimes there's more of a root of problem that you need to justify first before you get that end result that you have to work on. So let's go to that point. Maybe some things you don't want to hear,
right?
But sometimes is what you need to understand. And some of my readings, it's not that I predict the future, but they'll be like, I don't know if that's the case. And then I'll get a call 3 weeks from now, like, oh my God, you were right. This is exactly how it came to play. And you're like, okay, well, that's good. Yeah, I'm happy you were attuned to what was coming and it came to, and it all worked out for you, which is great. But that's the best part when you do a reading, when you find justification from someone saying, oh my God, you were right, dead on, or this and that. I didn't believe you at the beginning because I thought you were a wackadoo, because you're like, oh my God, this is not the way it is. You don't know what you're talking about. And then all of a sudden it's like, they're telling me, it's like, I just sat there, I'm like, oh my God, it just hit me in the face, right then and there, which is good.
Yes.
But, we don't do this because, we do this to help people. We do this to make sure everybody's the best self that they can be. That's the whole goal of it.
That's great. Every vendor that sits in that seat says the same thing. thing, and I love it. It's funny because I would enjoy a reading that's just straight to the point. Just get me there. You don't have to candy coat it and make it all flowery and pretty. Just tell me what the hell I need to work on.
Right. You know, which is a good thing. You know, some people don't like it because they don't want to talk about it, which is okay. That's fine.
Right.
You know, but some people, you know, they don't, you know.
What I found is if it comes up in the reading, you might not consciously feel you're ready to deal with it, but if it comes up, there's a part of you that is.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, and you know, and everybody who reads is something different because I noticed when we went to New Orleans, we were there at the end of May, and that's a spiritual place with all the readers and a lot of things going on and stuff like that. And I noticed the different way of readers out there, how they did different things, which I thought, oh, that's very interesting. But it's also bringing everything full circle because we all have the same common denominator. You know, that's our point of getting to the truth. You know, how can we get there and how can we help people?
Yeah. I think it's great that everybody has a different flavor on how they do their craft. It's wonderful because then there's more people to choose to align with and experiment with.
Right.
Yeah, I love it. It's funny, as soon as you said New Orleans, I thought voodoo. Did you get into any of the voodoo?
Yeah, I was somewhat raised in that because I got my gifts through my mom's side of the family. My great grandmother was the spiritual healer. She was the medium. She was the, I would say, the witch doctor that people went to. And she talked to spirits. She talked to a lot of things, and she learned the island magic and everything else flowing through that. So that's why hands down through that. And she's one of my guides, my great grandmother. She's no longer with us, but she does come in a lot, and I learned a lot. Amazing that she's gone now more than I had before.
Right.
Because it's easier for them to say, okay, you're taking on the torch. This is what you need to do. So, which is good.
So with that being in your lineage, have you always channeled spirit?
I would say yes. I did not realize that more when I was a kid because there was certain things, like I felt certain things, I saw certain things and stuff as a child, and you kind of push it to the side because you don't want to think you're crazy.
Exactly.
You know, like, you know, you're talking to yourself, why? You know, like that type of thing. But then as the older you get, you start to realize you're not crazy. This is a different way of thinking, a different way of looking at it.
New perspectives. Yeah.
Right, because when we were in New Orleans, my experience was we went to the World II Museum. And it was my fault. I didn't put up my walls of protection. So I walked in, didn't think anything of it. And the minute we're sitting in the first, like they have this train cart in there that show like the people signing up and then going to where they need to go to boot camp and everything else. And they're showing different clips of different soldiers and different things. And then all of a sudden, one was right there. You know, tell me, that's not really what happened. This is what's going on.
Oh,
and,
wow.
you know, and you're kind of like, and my husband is sitting right next to me and he goes, are you okay? It's like, well, yes and no. You know, like that
I'm
type
learning
of
the
thing.
true history.
Right. You know, and you're trying to thing and you can't really have a conversation with this person because they're so full of people there thinking, okay, what are you doing? And I'm like, you know, all I can say is thank you for your service.
Exactly.
You know, like,
come back later. I have a lot of questions.
Exactly. You know, like thank you for your service and everything else. But you know, it's kind of funny. It's like, oh my God, you know, once they realize you're there and do that, then you're bombarded and stuff like that. Which is okay. But it was an interesting experience because then you're not expecting it.
Right. Exactly. Okay. So final question. With all of the distraction and craziness that's going on in the world right now, how do you find peace in your life?
Right, I try to meditate every day. I try to stone one thing and focus on one thing because there is a lot of negativity, a lot of things going on in the world, You know, a lot of people have different opinions and everything else. And my feeling is that's great that you believe in that way. Keep it to yourself. You know, it's like I'm not trying to here to change it. You don't see me trying to change it.
Right.
You know, so my feel is okay. I listen to you, great, that's wonderful. But you know, like I'm going to do what I
carry.
Right.
Exactly.
I need to do what I need to do, and I think meditating and focusing on that and your own well-being is the best thing you can do.
Before we leave, we didn't. You're offering tarot readings. 20 minutes.
20 minutes, yes.
Okay. How much?
$50.
20 minutes, $50. And, you know, get here quick and sign up. He fills up fast too. John and John are always busy. Thank you so much for sitting here with us. And we hope you have a very great weekend.
Thank you so much.
All right. We'll be back. Okay. And we're back. Be Here Now, special edition, live streaming from Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, Spirit of Oneness, Holistic Expo. And we are sitting here with
Autumn.
Autumn. Autumn doesn't have a last name, like Beyonce. Where are you from?
I'm from the Stilton area.
Okay,
Yep.
great. What's the name of your business?
Autumn Rose Henna and Body Art.
Has a very calm feeling to it.
There you go.
Yeah, you have a very calm feeling to you, so it fits.
Good, good.
How many years have you been doing Spirit of Oneness?
So I've been doing it about 12 years. Yeah, so it's been a while. We've been coming back every year.
And what keeps you coming back?
I always say that it feels like home here, you know, because I get the same people. I get a lot of the same people coming to me every year, you know, and it's changed over the years. Like, I've gotten better, obviously, and a lot of work and practice. And when I became a certified in Reiki, I kind of incorporated that too.
I was going to say, do tell, because Jen is very interested in your Reiki.
I was like Reiki.
Yeah, yeah. So years ago, I'm empathic, and I have fibromyalgia. So for me, like a lot of things, a lot of other vibes and stuff would get to me, and I just would get weighed down, a lot of pain. So I got into Reiki, and henna became like almost meditative to me when I'm doing henna. It's very therapeutic for me, and so when I became Reiki certified, I just started to Reiki the henna. I wasn't really telling people in the beginning, but then people
It's
were
your
like,
little secret.
well, people were like, well, I don't know why I like it so much, and you just are so relaxing, and it felt great, and it's because I do the Reiki to the henna too. And so my intention is so that when you're wearing the henna, you're feeling the Reiki the entire time, and feeling good vibes and healing. That's the big thing.
See, we need to sign up before we leave. Because that's wonderful. For people that don't know what henna is, what is henna?
So henna is a temporary stain. It's made out of the leaves of the henna plant that grows in like the Middle Eastern countries, in India, and they use it a lot of times for religious purposes, for blessings. For the most part, it's for blessings. A lot of symbolism in a lot of the design work. It's also found in Africa, different parts of Africa. And you have different styles of henna. People don't realize that a lot of people think henna is bridal henna for Indian weddings is what most people think of. But there's so many different styles and different tributes to different areas where henna grows and comes from.
Now, did you do the henna on your hand?
I did. It's fading. It does last about 7 to 10 days. So this has been on for about a week.
Really?
So it's still there,
Yeah.
but it's fading.
It's very much still there.
But yeah, so it's a paste that sits on the top of your skin. You leave it on for a couple hours, and then you scrape it off. You're left with like a bright orange stain the first day, and then it gets darker over the next 2 days.
Okay. Yeah. And you're doing face painting as well?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
So when I started in my whole journey of henna, and I started as a face painter at the Renaissance Fair.
Oh, really? She loves the Renaissance Fair.
That's awesome. And then I just kind of fell into henna. I was terrified of it in the beginning. I was like, I can't do this. I'm going to put something that's going to be ugly on somebody for 2 weeks. And
They can't wash it off.
They can't wash it off. I just don't want to do it. And the booth owner was pregnant with her last kid and was stuck in the bathroom for a while. And I had somebody who was waiting, and her family was waiting to go back to New York.
Oh, no.
And so she was like, please, please, please just do it. And I was like, okay, but it's not going to look great. I did it. I was like, wasn't that scary? I went home and practiced on my kid. She was a teenager at the time, and she was my practice dummy for a while. And I just thought, further into it, started going to some conferences. And like I said, it became very therapeutic for me. And then I just kind of involved my spiritual side in it with the Reiki and yeah.
So do people pick a design or you intuitively do?
Either or, yeah. I do have a book. I have it with me right this minute, but I have a book with different designs that I've drawn up that have come up over the years. Sometimes they're designs where people are like, can you do something like, and they just describe it. And I do it and I like it and I'll take a picture and I'll go home and draw it up on paper so that I can put it in my book.
Oh, great.
And then other times it's just, you know, they'll come and they'll sit down and I just do.
I love that. I would love that. Like,
Yeah.
just intuitively do your thing.
I was gonna butt in and ask that exact question.
Yeah, it's really fun.
So I did good asking the right question. Okay. So how many years have you been doing this? Not just here.
Not just
No.
I've been doing it almost 16 years.
Really?
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
How long have you been married? I only ask this. I don't ask this question to everybody, but her husband is hilarious, Mr. Chuck.
Mr. Chuck.
How long have you been married to Mr. Chuck?
We've been together for 33 years.
Congratulations. That's good. Good job, Chuck.
Yes. It's a long time to be with the same person.
Yes. Yes. He's hilarious. I mean, he is a Pittsburgh fan, but that's okay. We won't hold no grudges. It's all right.
Wow. And now I'm going to hear about that on the way home.
Hey, it was his fault. He brought up football. He turned his back to me. Okay, so before we part ways, the last question I'm asking the vendors is, this world is very busy, distracting, and chaotic right now. How do you find peace in your life?
So for me, I guess my dogs are a big thing to help me come down and just kind of chill out. I have 3 dogs at home, so they help. I love crystals, so I work with crystals a lot. I have a lot of them around me all the time. And then honestly, drawing in henna is just very meditative to me and very therapeutic to me. So, you know, it's my side thing, but I say I have a regular job to feed our bellies, and this feeds my soul. You know, it gets me in that zone and gets me out of my head and all the issues that are going on around.
Out of your head and into your heart.
There you go.
I love it. Yeah, it's funny. We call them the 3D jobs. Yeah, we got the 3D jobs to pay the bills.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah, I feel like that's going to be flipping soon.
I hope so.
Where we can live doing
our business and what we really strive to do and feel. Yeah, that's great.
Our service work.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for saying yes.
You're
Be
welcome.
here now. We grabbed her, you know. I'll just say thank you for saying yes.
All right.
So come on down, see Autumn, get some Reiki infused henna, some nice face paint for the kids, and we'll be back.
All right. Thank you. See ya.
The National Widowers Organization is a men's grief network. Our website serves as a virtual toolbox of free resources for men coping with the death of a loved one, whether a spouse, parent, a child, or lifelong friend. Our goal is to bring men together and arm them with as much information as possible to get through a devastating time in their lives. The NWO has a team of bereavement specialists and fellow widowers to help support you. You are not alone. For more info, go to nationalwidowers.org.
Hello? Nope. And we're back to Be Here Now, special edition, Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, Spirit of Oneness, vendor interviews. And we are here today with Mr.
Larry Lambert.
Larry Lambert. Sweet Larry. What is the name of your business?
This is Aura Photo.
Aura Photo. Okay. And where are you from?
We actually are located just outside of Washington, D.C. on the Maryland side, Crofton. And we come here to this event each year because we help people see their energy. We help them see the energy that they're radiating around themselves. We all carry within us the spark of the divine. And that spark is intertwined with your energy. And we're taking a picture of your energy because the spark is the same for all of us. But this gives you an opportunity to see how the energy is flowing, where you may or may not run into challenges or issues. And we talk you through how that's working. But you get to see your energy as displayed, as a big light.
Yes, we all love it. I love it. How many years have you done Spirit of Oneness?
I believe, we were just talking about that, I believe it's been 4 years. It's a great opportunity to come out and see. There are so many amazing vendors here. I mean, we enjoy just seeing the other vendors and working with them because they all bring their own unique specialty and what they can do. I couldn't possibly encourage you to come and visit this place because, and with the admission, I'll let you know. Hear me now and believe me later. And do that with every vendor that you run into because sometimes you're going to find people that you're going to go, what? But talk to them, hear their story, understand what they're doing, and then make your own choice. And I'm amazed every time with someone new.
So you are offering aura readings this weekend.
We are offering aura readings, and my assistant who's working with me, Tammy, she also has some things out of her shop, which are like sage cleanses and Palo Santo, non-chakra, all sorts of different things that you can use around your home to help keep your space clear, your energy pure. And Florida water. Never forget Florida water.
Okay. What is it for people that don't know?
So Florida water is actually, it was originally designed as a perfume type product, but it actually cleanses your aura. It allows you to release negative energy. And you can do, literally, you would just rub it on your hands and then waft it over yourself. And it allows you to disperse the things that you don't want and enhance the things that you do.
Who doesn't want that? Okay, so the readings, what could somebody expect? If they come here and they're looking to get an aura reading, what's going to happen?
So we're going to sit down. We're going to actually help you calm, relax, and focus as we take a picture of your energy as it is in this moment. That picture, and if this is a regular day for you, that's your average where you're going to be, lets us know where you're functioning. It gives us an emotional balance. It also helps us determine how well the energy is flowing through your different chakras. And chakras, just for people that may not have thought about it, chakras are like the organs of your spiritual body. Just like your heart, your lungs, your liver do things to keep your physical body going. Your chakras, from a spiritual standpoint, help you keep functioning and moving forward. And by reading that information, we can use what we have, the system, to be able to show you how things are working, where you may want to make adjustments, where you're hung up with things that are happening in your life. Because life is a challenge every day. Because we're human. That's what we came here to do, is to be human. And being human is not always fun. It's sometimes very challenging. And sometimes we add to our own challenges. And some of those things we can help you realize and then make better choices.
You've had plenty of challenges in your life. I think when we first met, your house had just burned down.
Yes.
Yes.
And you know what's interesting about that is I was starting a new business.
Oh, no way.
So in July, of 2013, we opened our new hypnosis business. That's my day job.
I was going to say, aura readings are not the only thing you do, aura photos.
I do hypnotherapy with people to help them better process their emotions and do things. So we just opened our new brick and mortar business in July and August of 2013. In January of 2012, I quit my day job and I went full-time as a hypnotist. And in March, the house burned down. But it was a learning thing. There was a lot to me. And I was told that nothing happens for a single reason, that the universe is always working as a collaborative to make things come about, and that I had lost nothing, that I needed to go forward. And that's true. I would have rather had a yard sale, but it worked out for what we're doing. And my life has been nothing but an ongoing ascension from that point.
Moving forward, that's just it. I mean, you and your wife, and you all have had quite a few challenges with her and her medical issues. The amazing thing to me is you guys just keep, you said it, moving forward. She doesn't let any of that hold her back. You don't let her let any of that hold her back. You're a great support system for her. She talks about that. And just take that, all I'm hearing is just take that next step. You don't have to worry about anything beyond the next step.
One thing to say, and I'm going to give you a word that you've heard before, and you probably equate more to a location, and that's the word providence. And providence is the knowing, not the thinking maybe, possibly, but knowing that the world is unfolding the way it's supposed to around you. The universe has your back. And as you move forward, and knowing that as things happen, they're not attacking you or happening to just you. They're just unfolding. And it's our job to keep moving forward, making the right choices for us that we can do. And that's providence. That's what's happening. It's not happening to you. It's happening around you. And you get to experience it. And you get to make the choices that work best for you.
I love that. I absolutely love that. Okay, so the last question we're asking all our vendors, and I'm interested to hear this because I feel like you've already touched on it, with all of the distractions and the unfolding that's happening in the world, where many people are at odds and divided. How do you find peace in your life?
That's an interesting question, and to be honest with you, the way you find peace in your life is to look inward and know that you are carrying the spark of the divine. You are working to be the best version of you, and no one can take that away from you. What's happening around you is like a movie playing, but it does not steal your joy unless you give it up.
That
It doesn't.
right there.
I live just outside of Washington, D.C., about 22 miles from the seat of all this discord. I don't even watch the news because most of what they do doesn't really affect me. And they can fight back and forth and saber rattle and do all those things, but it's not going to take my peace or my calm. And it all works itself out. That's the problem. It all works itself out.
Trusting that, knowing it, trusting it. Yeah, big stuff there.
Absolutely.
Well, Larry, thank you so much for sitting down with us and chatting. Get out here if you're local. Come check Larry out, get an aura reading, and buy some of Tammy's goods. We're trying to get Tammy. We're trying to talk her into coming on tomorrow and sharing some of her goods. We'll see if it unfolds. Thanks a lot. We'll be right back.
Look forward to seeing you. Have a great weekend.
The Spirit of Oneness Holistic Expo is more than just an expo. It's an experience. We have 2 floors of vendors that are sharing not only beautiful items to purchase, but holistic practices. They're sharing Reiki and massage and healing touch and angel therapy. They're reading tarot cards and angel cards and doing other kinds of readings for you. There's lots of stuff happening all weekend. Spirit of Oneness is more than an expo. It's an experience.
All right, we are back. Be Here Now, special event, Spirit of Oneness in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, and we are ending our interviews for today with the goddess of Spirit of Oneness and the creator, Miss Sharon Muzio. I have to tell you, every vendor that has sat in the seat, we ask what brings them back. and they said the people.
Yes.
And they say that Sharon has created such a loving, safe environment. How can they not come back?
That's beautiful. So I feel the same way.
Yeah, you've done amazing things here, and you continue to do it year after year. Okay, so for those people that may not know anything about Spirit of Oneness, or let's start with you. Tell the people about you. Have you always been in the holistic realm?
No.
No?
I haven't. So holistic in a sense, but more allopathic. I am an RN.
Okay.
So my background is working in as a nurse in the hospital, and working with people that were very sick because I was in the emergency room. And I basically, that was my beginning of learning about healing in the sense of medication and all the standard things that we do in a hospital. But then I had gotten a needle stick injury when I was pregnant with my daughter. And so that took me into a whole nother aspect of healing, because the hospital, Our Lady of Lourdes, had a wellness center, and they offered sort of counseling through the wellness center in different modalities. So I learned about Reiki, and that was my first.
The gateway drug.
I think it's the gateway drug.
It's mine.
Yeah. So Reiki was my first introduction to the word holistic, because I didn't ever hear that. And I went to nursing school and graduated in 1979. So I've been a nurse for a long time, and even more so then, that word didn't exist. Like holistic didn't.
What does that even mean? Yeah.
Right. So I didn't learn about holistic until 1990, or what the word meant. And wellness for me was like someone that wasn't sick.
Right.
They were well. So you're full of wellness if you're not sick. So then again, and then so the semantics of those words had more meaning when I learned about Reiki. And then I was very interested in learning about essential oils. And so that was my next drug. And so I was the weird nurse in the ER that was spraying lavender, like people were crashing. And I'm like, let me spray a little lavender. That will help the family from wanting to kill each other, and fix everybody with lavender. And I was like anybody else that discovers something new. I wanted to share it with everyone. I was very overzealous.
Right.
But it was interesting because I was received positively. I came to live here in Harrisburg and decided at that point that I wanted to just devote myself to the Reiki and all that world. Started Spirit of Oneness 15 years ago because we wanted to open the wellness center in Harrisburg, and we wanted to open that up to a lot of practitioners that we couldn't have every day because we didn't have enough room, but they could be there for a day and offer what they offered for that day. So we had these wellness fairs, which is the beginning of Spirit of Oneness. And then we moved out to a church, and then from the church we moved to the building next door to this building, and then we moved finally to this building. We've been here 7 years. So roughly half the time of the 15 years we've been here. And so why I think this became what it became is because we're such a small, compared to central Pennsylvania, the holistic community is such a small group that between York and Hanover and Gettysburg and Harrisburg and Lebanon and Lancaster, there's just little pockets of us that kind of gravitate to each other. And when we find each other, then we want to be together and share with each other. We want to help each other to grow, and we want to talk about things we've learned in our own practices and how did you fix that? What did you do? Have you ever had a problem with this issue, and so on. So I wanted to foster a sense of community amongst the practitioners. So my focus wasn't only to have the modalities available to the community, but it was also for the practitioners to be supportive towards each other. Yeah, so that's important, and that's it is. And I always tell people that I am very encouraging in emails to practitioners that are signed up to come, and also when we have our spirit circle, when we open up, to remind them to put a break in their schedule to go meet someone that they don't know and get a service from them so that they can form a real rapport with that person and then hopefully trade later, or just, you know, be able to speak to that service for their own clients to refer them to, because it's our way of doing what we do is very informal compared to like a hospital. You get a referral from your doctor or a prescription, right? So we have to refer and give people ideas of how to help and heal each other through what we know. So the more people we need that do things that are a little different than our own things, the more we could be available to help our own clients and ourselves. So it's kind of a double thing during this weekend. The practitioners are all encouraged to see each other, and we welcome all the people in the door.
Yeah. And it was brought up in an earlier interview that the energy of this event, as far as vendors are concerned, is not competitive.
No.
And that explains it, because you are in full support of people exchanging services and getting to see other people and go to that booth. And the fact that it's not competitive makes it feel so safe.
Yeah.
On so many different levels, for the vendors themselves and for the people coming in.
Yeah.
Because it's not like, you know, you're standing in the aisles handing out flyers like, come to me, come to me. There's none of that.
Our restaurant's better. Don't eat
exactly.
her food. I'm Italian. I know how to cook. Stay away from this white girl.
Right, exactly.
It's not that way.
No, there's none of that at all.
No. I have had incidences where there have been vendors that have had a very, I'm going to call it in a gentle way, very big egos, and I say it in a gentle way. Ego is good, but there's an extension of ego that turns into almost possessiveness. And when I don't know that through the interviews I do with them, but when I see how they treat the vendors around them or things that they say, I won't have them back. And I tell them, you know, you're not welcome to return. And then when they say, well, why? I tell them, because I think it's enough. They're going to get angry with me, and that's okay, because I think it's an opportunity for me to hold space for them to get a life lesson. And the life lesson is that it's very important for us to build each other up.
Yes.
It's not just about you or me as the vendor. It's about us as a community. So they have not been frequent things, but when they happen, I'm ready. I ask Spirit for support and guidance. And again, I do make an enemy. That person like unfriends me on Facebook and they block me. I can't message them anymore. I'll send them an email after the first email it's blocked. But it's okay, because I think they have a good heart, whoever they may be. I think that's why we go into this. But I think then they get to understand and learn that that's not tolerated anymore. That's old stuff. It's an old paradigm. Especially amongst women, it's an old paradigm. We were very mean to each other. I went to Catholic high school. I grew up in the 70s, and so, you know, you wanted to be the best and all that type of thing. And I think competition was fostered, and not just in the girls that play basketball and those kids that were playing a sport, but amongst each other, women, cattiness. So there's no place for that now. We've reached a new paradigm. We're here to hold each other up and build each other up. And if we can't do that, then we need to, work with.
Yeah, we need to work with it. Yeah. Exactly. Yes, all of this, and this is why people keep coming back year after year, because this is the energy that you put out there. I freaking love it. I love it. Okay, so give the people what they need to know about this weekend.
Okay, so we are located in Harrisburg, in the city of Harrisburg, at the Scottish Rite Cathedral. It is on 2701 North 3rd Street. The building itself has 2 entrances. There is a handicapped entrance in the rear, and the main entrance in the front. There is a parking lot right in front of the building. It's free parking. There are 1,000 parking spaces. We never have a full parking lot because people are always coming and going. There's always room for parking. We offer food all day for a fee, and it's available in our chill lounge. We have 2 floors of vendors. They are anything from crystals to tarot readings, healers, all different people. Main thing is it's a $5 admission. Once you come in the door, you have free reign of everything just going around.
We have a couple fundraisers. The first one is Tats for Cats. Friends of mine that are tattoo artists offer tattoos here for Saturday and Sunday. And the money goes to help TNR, Trap Neuter Release Program, in our township and across the river from us. It's sort of a wide range to help the cats. They have also a silent auction for the cats, and we have henna and face painting that also helps the cats. So there's a lot of stuff to help that organization. That is a very powerful group of men and women that have dedicated their free time to help spay neuter cat colonies and to keep them healthy and controlled, which is very important. We have workshops all day, both days. They're experiential, so you're not just sitting listening to someone lecture, you're actually experiencing things. There's yoga, meditation, poetry writing, journaling, shamanic journey work, dancing. There is a journey dance. There's another goddess dance. There's just a lot to do every day, so something to appeal to everyone.
Isn't there a light Reiki attunement?
Yes,
Okay.
and a big fundraiser we're having on Saturday, tomorrow, from, I don't remember the time and I apologize, it's on everything though, is a Lotus Light Reiki attunement. So we invite you to come get attuned to Reiki. This is a form of Reiki that you will receive a free attunement. It's a 2.5 hour experience. We ask for a love offering in the form of a donation, for a monetary donation for the cats. Again, everything is geared to helping that organization.
Okay, final thought. With all the craziness in the world, how do you find peace in your life?
Turn off the television, get in the shower and some good music in the background and release, wash it away. Imagine everything washing down from my crown down to my feet, going down the drain. That's something I learned years ago. Spending time with loved ones that are not demanding anything from me, just being with me, holding space for just chilling. Chilling is the answer, I think, because we're always on.
Learning to relax.
Learning,
That's a big
yeah.
thing we've been working on, learning to relax.
Yeah.
And being still, if your mind is still mind fucking you,
Yes.
it's not relaxing.
No.
So it's about learning to relax and be.
Yeah.
Be here now.
Yeah, being present. Any way that you can be present is good.
Okay, great.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for
If you're
being here.
local, get down here. You're going to have a blast. There's so many amazing things going on. And if you're not, tune in tomorrow. We start vendor interviews at 9:30 and we're going to run them throughout the day until 5:30. So thanks for joining us today. Sharon, thanks for continuing to pour into this community.
Thank you.
Thank you. And we'll see you tomorrow. Have a great night.
Thank you.